In this video, we're going to be using Moon Soap's Old School and a Gold Dollar 1966 freshly honed on the cuticle. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me again this Friday morning. I really appreciate it. And if it's your first time, I hope you'll consider subscribing below. So, as mentioned before, we're going to be using Moon Soap's Old School, and this is a sample. Moon Soap's was good enough to include a sample in my last order, and I scooped out half of it, and this will go to somebody else so they can try this. So this soap, I've tried a number of Moon Soaps now. Excellent quality, great price. Comes to you 6 ounces for $20, $3.33 an ounce on our cost chart, which is a good price. The ingredients on this soap, some good ingredients that I like, I'll put them up there for you. Mango butter, shea butter, glycerin, just a good solid soap for a very good price. The scent on this one is not my kind of scent, but I will say I think people will enjoy it, especially if you like really masculine, leathery scents. I'll put the way it's described right there, but we get tobacco, vetiver, leather, vanilla, wood. Very masculine scent, good scent strength. I'd say at least 7, so very, very nice to start out with. The razor is going to be Gold Dollar 1966, which was freshly honed straight out of the box on the cuticle. Well, I actually took it to my other stones first, but the cuticle was the finisher. And I just love trying these stones to see what sort of edges I can get. And today we're going to sanitize the platform at the beginning by Big Dude Barbus Classic. They were kind enough to send me this sample, so we'll start out our shave with a little aftershave. Why not? Let's sanitize the platform. You know, when you go to get a shot, they put the alcohol on the face before the shot, right? So I've been putting these on before and after. Why not? Just try it to see what happens. And I'm enjoying this scent. This is a nice scent. So Big Dude Barbus supports all of our channels. Really nice gent. And check out Barbus. It's pretty good stuff. I really enjoy using it. And I enjoy the Barbus gents support. Okay, so let's start off by 24 hours growth here. You see the salt there. Wet the face. We will be using the PAA cube today, including the sharp edges. Shave 326 said yesterday. I got a chuckle out of that because he was talking about he prefers the gentleman's nod pre-shave because it's good. It's in a sprayer and it doesn't have any sharp edges and you don't have to activate it. And I'm like, sharp edges, like there's the corner. I love Ken Klitschko. He is a lot of fun and he's a friend. And so whenever I'm talking about Ken Klitschko and we're jabbing each other and having fun, there's never any animosity, but I enjoy watching his stuff because it's thought-provoking and it's enjoyable. And I consider him to be a friend. And so, all right, let's get that off our hands and let's get to the soap, which does, I think if you like masculine scents, you may very well like this. Using the TDR, this one is olive wood. It has a APShaveco Synbad knot, and you can see that this leather is creamy. Moon Soaps. You've heard about it a lot recently for a good reason. Not only is the product nice, but the people are also very nice, and that means something to me. And so I'm happy to use these things. And again, I want to thank Moon for the sample with my order. And again, folks, share these samples. If you have a sample like this one, like I used half the sample and it's plenty enough lather. Next time you send something to another shaver, drop half of that sample in there for them. Let them try it and maybe they'll go frequent Moon Soaps. I want to reward the artisans who offer or sell samples because I think it provides value and it is worthwhile for us. So just as years ago, we in the community decided we wanted to have plastic tubs instead of tins. We need to do this with samples too and go, hey, artisans, we love samples. We know it takes time. You can sell them. You don't have to give them away, but we do appreciate it when you do. Gives us a chance to try something for not a lot of money. And who can't use to save some money in this hobby? All right, here we go with our cuticle edge. Gold Dollar 19, what is it? What did I say the model was? Was it 96? Yes, 1996. And definitely you can feel that smoothness of the cuticle edge. Now this one, from the first few strokes, I think is the best one I've done so far. And so what I did with this one was, I went ahead and did the normal slurry method. That's nice. You hear that? Cutting very nicely. I did the normal slurry method, whereas I raise the slurry and hone, you know. And then I used the Dr. Matt running water technique, dropping in between. And this edge is nice. I'm very happy with this cuticle edge. And I also included, so after I used the underwater technique, stropped, then I used the Dawn technique, Doug Bear style. And this is a nice edge. It feels to me a little sharper than my last cuticle edge. And the difference to me that I'm feeling between the cuticle, or cuticle, if you will, and the J-Net is it has a little smoothness, a little buttery type feel to it. Still sharp, but it sort of takes the toothiness out, I want to say. It feels different. I still love the J-Net edge, though. It's my preferred edge, but this one is very nice, and I'm very happy with it. So I want to speak to something that I've seen here lately. And I want to say once again, and I talked about this yesterday, this is a fantastic community. It's the best it's ever been, all right? But I have seen some things lately that I just want to touch on a little bit because I feel strongly about these things. When it comes to gear, folks, understand that not everybody has the same resources and not everybody's in the same position in life, and not everyone has the ability to buy numerous things or the most expensive things. And I strongly dislike behavior, and I'm talking about behavior here and not people. All right, again, behavior, not people. I strongly like belittling people or making fun of people because they are using inexpensive gear. Like right now, I'm using there's a $10 knot in that darn rod. And I promise you, it'll get me to the same place that your $200-$300 high-end Badger knot gets you in terms of the shave. I promise you it will. You'll see it. You see it here every day. And so the idea that folks who don't have a lot of money to spend, and let's say they're using a gold dollar like I am today, very inexpensive, just a few dollars. And the reason I'm using them is because I'm learning to hone on them. I don't want to destroy more expensive and better quality blades. And no one's making the argument that a gold dollar is equivalent to a Ralph Ost or a Max Brecker or anything. No one's saying that. But we are saying it'll shave, and it'll shave well. And I'll get to the same place with my gold dollar that you'll get with your Sprecher every single time. All right, provided that I'm shaving well. If I'm shaving well, we're going to arrive at the same point. And maybe better than some people, maybe worse, you know. But if I'm on point, this gold dollar, if it is honed well, and I did a good job with honing, it will get us to the same point. Nice shave. The Sprecher will get you to that point as well. You'll appreciate the Sprecher craftsmanship, and I completely recognize that. But what I do not like, and I strongly condemn in the strongest of terms, is this idea that when someone uses an item and you have people belittling it and making fun of it. Now, I'm not talking about lighthearted jabbing, you know, and I'm also not talking about if you just simply don't like a product and it doesn't work well for you. Understand expressing frustration about that and saying, I don't like it. You know, it was crap for me. That's entirely okay. But the for me part is very important. And when you just say that something is crap, matter-of-factly, that other people use, like these, for example, and I completely understand that the steel on this is not as good as you're going to get on many other blades. It's cheap. And, you know, it's not going to hold an edge likely as well as some of the other blades. I mean, that's just probably the way it is. We'll see, because I'm making notes on how many shades I'm getting out of these. But the idea of making fun of other people who use them when maybe that's all they can afford, or maybe it's just what they enjoy, or lumping people into categories, you know, like, or saying, you know, oh, that's more for you because, you know, you're less of a man or whatever. I condemn that in the strongest of terms. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. It reminds me of kids when I was in school, and there were kids who did not have a lot, and other kids who had a better home life would make fun of their shoes or their clothes, and that hurt me. Now, I'm not saying I was one of those kids being made fun of, because my parents did the best job they could. You know, we did not have the best of everything, but we had good things. You know, we were not those kids being made fun of. But it always bothered me when I saw it. The difference is kids grow out of that eventually, and they learn that's just not a nice thing to do. But sometimes grown men, when they do it, it's just not acceptable. And so if you don't like a synthetic brush, that's okay. You can say it doesn't work well for you. It's crap for you. But when you sort of connect it with people and belittle them because of it, I don't appreciate it. And again, I'm speaking to behavior here. I want to be very clear. I'm not talking about individuals. I'm saying this is the behavior that I don't appreciate, and I don't care who you are. Man, this is shaving well. Shaving well. That's the nice thing about this. So I'm talking about some serious heavy stuff, but at the same time, I'm getting complete enjoyment. Very inexpensive razor. Very, very nice edge that I put on it. And that, to me, is enjoyable. I don't care if it's shiny. You know, it's not about being shiny for me. It's about enjoying it. And I hope people come to see these videos and they're like, you know, I'm an advocate for everyone. So if you want to buy pricey stuff, I don't blame you for doing it. I've been down that road. I didn't stay on that road because it just doesn't do anything for me, but I don't condemn you for it. I really like using a variety of things of all costs, because ultimately I arrive at the same point at the end, which is most times a really nice, clean, comfortable shave with no nicks, cuts, creepers, weepers, irritation, bubbles, troubles. You've seen it on this channel many, many times, probably more than any other channel. I probably have more videos than and I'm not saying that in a braggadocious way. It just is. You know, if you look at both channels. And so you see me arriving at a conclusion. Most of the time it's good. Every now and then I falter, but that's me. That's not the equipment. That's not the equipment. A bad craftsman blames his tools, as they say. And so I'm not one to blame my tools. Now, every now and then I get one that isn't quite as good. But one thing I never do is make fun of people who maybe can't afford it, or if they just choose to use something because it fits well within their budget, or belittle them, or make some connection, making them less of a shaver because they don't have the shiny $750 razor. I'm just not about that. And I strongly condemn that sort of behavior, and I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a friend of mine. I don't care if it's somebody I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't appreciate it. It has no place in this hobby, and it's that simple. And we'll discuss a little bit more of that in Real Talk tonight. Remember, today is your last day to get in that Diver Down giveaway. So go watch the Real Talk from last week, which are all posted here on YouTube now for details. And we're also going to be giving away tonight 2 $25 gift certificates for the razor company. So come on by tonight on Real Talk, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be talking about a lot of stuff. And we look forward to your comments. And please, folks, let's be good to one another. Let's be respectful. I know we have disagreements, and it happens. And even these sort of things, they're outliers. They're not the norm. But I'm one of those people that speaks out. All right, I'm super happy with this edge. The cuticle is really fun to hone on. I still prefer my J-net edges. I think they feel a little sharper, but this one is smooth and nice. And so, and the razor, again, this is probably a $4 or $5 razor. And you see it in action. You don't have to take my word for this. You can see it repeatedly over and over and over, getting to the same spot that everyone else gets to, which is a nice, enjoyable shave. An enjoyable one being the key. So, you know what you see and the actions here. That's what matters. And you get to witness it. And I do it every day. And I've done a ton of them over the years. And so we don't fake a thing. We just come on here and we shave. And so while I'll talk, I'll also show you. And I'm still relatively new to straight razor shaving. And certainly new to honing. And you can see, even with this inexpensive razor, does the job once again. Once again. And I've arrived at the same point that you will arrive with your $750 razor. And that's just the way it is. It's as simple as that. You've seen it here. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let me rinse. We'll come back for the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back with the magic made by Witchy Players. And off cam, of course, we use the PA block with dry dock. And that's been working very well for me so far. So I've had no problems with it whatsoever. So again, I want to mention one thing before we get into the wrap up here. I'm talking about behavior here, not people. If you are someone who's doing this, belittling other people for inexpensive gear, I humbly request that you stop. It is not good for the community. It is not good for you. It reflects more on you than it does other people. I ask that you reconsider and maybe do some introspection on that. Okay, moving forward. The razor today, gold dollar 1966, or 1996 rather. Excellent cuticle edge. I'm super proud of that. That makes me very happy. We use the Moon soaps, which I didn't talk a lot about. I apologize. Let me just say this. Moon soaps, quality product. They typically throw in a sample. Reward Moon soaps. Take half of that sample, send it to someone else. Keep giving the samples. Keep them flowing, people. We use the That Darn Rob. Beautiful with the old coin. Well, which I really prefer. Fantastic brush. The APShaveco Synbad knot. Fantastic. Again, inexpensive. You see the result. I mean, you can't argue with results. And we finish off today with Barbus Classic Aftershave, which smells really nice. And I will be making another Barbus order. The Barbus gent, he just supports us. And I think it's super cool. And he has earned our support, I think, just through good deeds, you know. And that means a lot. And this smells great. And we've had a great shave this Friday. Don't forget, join us for Real Talk tonight. It should be fun. And we got those giveaways, so you don't want to miss that. Until next time, I thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.